So this video is going to be a little bit different from most of my normal coding videos. I wanted to give more about advice on how I manage to work on all my projects and get stuff done and also publish as many videos as I do on my YouTube channel. This comment was funny. Anthony GG, he's another YouTuber. Go check him out. He does a lot of Go stuff. He's really talented. So Anthony GG, I'll put the link in my YouTube description. Give him a little shout out. But he says, Cody, admit you are in some kind of stimulant. How can one push out all that stuff in such a short time? And this is in response to like me working on my starter kit. And I just drink a lot of coffee, to be honest. But there's some techniques that I do so I can just kind of consistently work on stuff and get stuff done. Like, as you know, I have my Project Planner AI that I kind of use for managing all my side projects, which I'll talk a bit later in this video. But then I'm also working on this starter kit, which, by the way, if you want a complete Next.js starter kit that kind of helps you hit the ground running with everything you need for your SaaS product with Stripe subscriptions, database, and also guided documentation or walkthroughs where I show you how to build, maintain, and deploy your own SaaS application. Be sure to go subscribe to my newsletter here, wdcstarterkit.com. Here's my shameless plug. But let's go back to the task. So what are some of the things that I do that help me be able to finish and work on so many different projects? The first thing I will say is make working on the project zero effort. So I have a dedicated laptop, which I always have my VS Code open to one of my two projects basically. And I have it always running. I have Docker always running. I have my Chrome browser always set up to localhost 3000 so that whenever I have time to contribute to this project, there is very little to no barrier of like ramp up speed. I just open my laptop. Maybe I'll have a note somewhere of like where I left off and I can just start working on the project. So I would say try to find a way where maybe that's getting a completely different computer or getting a different login where you can just log in to a complete already ready to go setup where if you find 30 or an hour a day to like work on this project, you can do so. That's my first tip. Make sure that it's zero effort, like ramp up time to be able to contribute to it. My second suggestion is be very consistent and contribute at least 30 minutes a day to your projects. If you are able to contribute 30 minutes a day to a project after 30 days, that is quite a lot of time. That's like what, 15 hours total contributed to your side projects or whatever that you're working on, right? And sometimes you can contribute more. And that's kind of like a lot of the time where I am able to contribute to my projects. I just find something that works for my flow. I would say find a routine that allows you to be consistent, right? So for my example, I typically do a lot of my work on my side projects when I'm just sitting in bed, we're watching a documentary, me and my wife. Maybe my kids are hanging out and I'll have my laptop. I'll be coding a little bit. Maybe 30 minutes or an hour a day just to work on contributing to a project. So for example, even today, one thing I added to this starter kit was the ability to go to a groups you manage dashboard page. And then also if you click on this, it takes you to a nice page that has like nested tabs where I can go and view information about the groups, maybe the events. I have a join group button. And so just in 30 minutes or an hour, adding a page or two, it really starts to add up over time. And that's kind of what I would recommend doing is just find some type of flow or schedule where you can just be consistent. Consistency is probably the most important thing I've ever encountered in my life in terms of a productivity hack. You have to figure out a way to be consistent because when you're consistent, you actually get stuff done. All right, so the third thing is find a way to organize your tasks. So again, this kind of goes back to like having a zero ramp up project effort. And one way I have found that really helps with this is by just using some type of project management system. I jump around from projects and projects and projects. And the thing that we've been working on is Project Planner AI, which I have all my side projects in here. I have icon generator AI in here. I have my YouTube channel here. So if I ever have a video idea, I just go ahead and add it as a task inside of that. I have my own personal website. I have some stuff I want to do with that. But the two main ones I'm working on, which is Project Planner AI and this Web Dev Cody Starter Kit, I basically make it so I can just go to my work items. So like in my case, maybe the next thing I need to add in is the ability to join a group, or maybe I want the ability for people to create and manage and maintain their user profiles. So again, just have something that helps you stay focused, where whether that's Trello, whether it's Project Planner AI, whether it's GitHub Actions, whether it's a sticky note, find a system that helps you stay focused, especially if you're the type of person who gets distracted very easily. Sometimes before I close my laptop for the day, I'll actually say out loud or I'll think in my head, okay, this is what I need to do tomorrow. I'll just say like, I need to add in join a group functionality so that the next day I can actually tackle that and have it fresh in my mind of like, that's my goal for the day. So it seems a little cliche, but I do think just finding a way to keep organized really helps you finishing your projects. All right, there's only 2 more left. I definitely say stick around for the 5th one because that's like my own kryptonite, which I'll talk about in a second. But number 4 is try to find someone else to work with. So whatever you're working on, a lot of us like to work alone and maybe we don't collaborate much with other people. But I would say try to find one other person who's like really dedicated to also working on something, because when you have someone else to bounce ideas off of and you have someone else to like motivate you, it just really helps you stay focused and getting your work done. So as an example for bullet point 4, I'm working on Project Planner AI with Hostna, who's another YouTuber, but sometimes I'll log in here and I'll just see like, okay, what has been worked on this week? It turns out, you know, the past 2 weeks we've been kind of slowing down work. We haven't been doing as much work on this project, or maybe we just haven't been keeping work items up to date. But noticing that when other people are contributing to the project, it really helps you stay motivated as well. Because if you notice that this week they contributed 5 different things to the project and you've done nothing, it really helps you like get more motivated, because you don't want to feel like you're the one not doing the effort, right? So definitely work with someone else, and not only just to keep motivated on a project, for the creativity and the ideas that it kind of generates when you have someone to bounce ideas off of. It's very, very useful. All right, now my very last one, which is again, like I said, my own kryptonite, is try not to get distracted. So this one's pretty obvious, but for me, I get excited about learning new technology, right? That's why I have so many different projects. If I go to my dashboard here, I got like 6 different projects. I think of a cool idea, I get distracted, I start building it, I start setting up a new project, and then I start abandoning the old projects that are really good. Like I made a lot of progress on Project Planner AI, and I started working on this starter kit, mainly because I feel like right now starter kits are like really popping, and I saw someone on Twitter make a lot of money off a starter kit. So I'm going to try to join that bandwagon now. So I'm not just trying to make money with a starter kit. I will say that I do want my own like starting point I can start using for my future SaaS products if I ever want them. But yeah, it'd be nice if I could sell this and make some money off of it. So again, don't get distracted. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I just lost focus on 2 seconds ago. Find a way to stay focused. Learn when to say no. Learn when to not take on new work. Learn when to just delete that new Git repo you just cloned because you know it's just a distraction from what you really need to do. I think a lot of us fall victim to this last one. Don't get distracted, where you will find more benefit if you just stick to 1 or 2 projects and just really see them through all the way to finish than what you will if you keep jumping around from one cool idea and then the next month you jump into another cool idea. It's just going to be a lot more beneficial for you and your portfolio if you have a nice, fully featured, polished application that you can show others and be proud of. And honestly, not feel so bad that you've like abandoned so many projects. If I go to my GitHub repo, I have so many side projects that I've abandoned over the years that I'm not even going to show you because it's embarrassing, but I think I have over like 100 of them. So that's the one thing that is my kryptonite, is don't get distracted. Remind yourself to stay focused. Remind yourself not to start another project and finish what you already started. And I think that can really help you finish what you're already working on. All right, so those are my 5 ways that I recommend that you can get work done. You can finish your projects. You can make a lot of good progress on what you're working on. Just stick to these. And also, if you have your own suggestion, leave a comment so that other people can learn from your tips and tricks of like, how do you get work done? How do you stay focused? I think others could benefit from that. All right, that's all I have to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Press that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, and have a good day and happy coding.